Now I'm going to go through all my parameters again, making sure my RTK is established. As you can see, we have 30 satellites connected. Once connected, close out the vHive app. Sorry, close out the DJI app and go into the vHive app. We'll establish RTK connection using an ntrip. Once connected, select next. And now we've populated the site. The asset is 486,931, which I have confirmed. We'll select Tower Survey as the profile. Once on the asset page, we'll verify that all the correct information. We'll make sure that the site is in the right location. You can edit this by selecting the blue tab, then moving the blue icon to the correct location, then select OK. I'll verify the tower type as monopole is correct. The height is 98 feet, which is correct. We'll select next. Next, we'll verify the maximum obstacle height, which we have verified to be about 50 feet. It looks like we have about a 50-foot tree next to the compound. So this will allow you to move the meter bar up or down, or you can scale it by using the plus minus button. So we'll move that to 48 feet. So that'll be the minimum height the drone will fly, in addition to the 30 feet or 10 meters added additionally from vHive. Next, we'll select the area of interest. RTK mode will be pre-selected. We'll be flying RTK, not the RRTK. We'll select next for auto discovery. This will just verify all the information you've inputted into the controller. We'll verify everything is correct. We'll select and confirm that the flight is good. Select next. Then we'll select the blue button. This will allow us the drone to take off. We'll slide the bar to the right. And once confirmed, the drone will start its mission. Now the first discovery will be the height of the tower, which you'll select the top of the tower, then select next. This will then verify that the top of the tower that you selected is correct. We verified yes, that is correct. We'll select yes. If not correct, you'll select the no option and then reselect the new position on the tower. So I'll go ahead and select yes. Next, the auto discovery is going to be position the drone above the tower at 90 degrees to locate the center of the tower. Now you can see in the image, the location is just off of the auto discovery. In this case, we're going to tap the closest point to the tower. So I'll select the top of the screen where the tower is and select next. This will then prompt me to verify that the location is correct. As you can see, it's just a little off center. By doing this, I'm going to select retry and then select the closest location I can find to the top of the tower. You can zoom in by pinching the screen. You can select the top of the tower as close as possible. That looks good. I'll select next. As we can see, we selected the center of the tower. So yes, we'll start the mission. Then we'll confirm all the parameters that are set. I confirmed everything is correct. Then we'll confirm and select next. And this will engage the autonomous mode and the drone will fly. And then start its mission. DJI flight warning zone, just indicating that you are in airspace. It's just a warning that's prompted. Since we've already applied for Lance for a 300-foot ceiling, it's just a warning that's always continuously displayed on the screen. Your RTK accuracy will always be displayed. Any DJI warning will be displayed, or connection. Also, any overexposure issues is all preset and autonomous, so you don't control any of those settings. So overexpose is detected. That's just the software itself when engaging in the center. Unfortunately, those settings and those features are out of our control. We cannot change or set that. Yes, so within the VHive app, we have indicators on the top displaying we have our timer, meaning our time left in the flight. We have the altitude of the drone, the distance the drone is from our landing area or takeoff area. We have our satellites, which are at 30, just displaying how many satellites is connected, and also our battery indicator. Also the cloud, that's just indicating that it is connected to an internet source. If this had a red line through it, it's just displaying that your internet is disconnected. So any of these warnings that are displayed, pilots should be aware and to correct these issues once they are displayed on the screen.